If 5 years ago somebody told me that we're going to have a full 300 watt LED bicolor light with DMX in and out, NFC compatible, and full metal body for less than $250, I would probably tell him that his mother is a but since no one did, let me introduce you to LE300Bi. Okay, let's get all the nerdy spec stuff out of the way so we can be done with that. As its name says, it's a 300 watt light, which uses actually 320 watts of light, and it gives 59,000 lux with this reflector included at 1 meter distance. 1 meter is 3 feet for my American friends. If you're not sure how much is 59,000 lux, it's enough to temporarily blind someone who is unintentionally going to look at a light. Since this is a bicolor light, that means that white balance is going to go from 2800 kelvins to 6500 kelvins, which in other words means that you're going to be able to adapt this light to any kind of room candlelit romantic scene, to some cold sterile hospital room where the bad news are delivered. CRI and TLCI are 98 plus, which means that your skin tones are going to look nice like a human skin tones and not like Shrek. Now that the nerdy stuff is done, let's talk about actual features of this light. One of the main things that I like about this light, and that's like one of my highlights, is that there is no power brick that hangs out of the light. It's just one single boring cord that goes straight into the wall and bam, you're done. Simple as that. Body is made out of real metal, not like some cheap metal that actually sounds like decent. The back part with the handle is made out of plastic, but mostly the main body is made all out of metal, which is kind of very surprising for this price point that you get a full metal light. So it's great. Now Godox gave us also a couple of features that help us that hate setting up lights for 20 minutes. One of them is Bluetooth and NFC, which means that you can use your phone, tap it onto the light, and connect instantly to the Godox app that works with all the other Godox products, so you can have them all on the same list. I tried it, it works great. I had the ML150B before that works on the exactly same app. Now I can have both of them in the same, so if I'm using both of these lights on the same setup, I can use them through the same app. And app honestly works great. They said it works up to 100 feet. Now I don't have 100 feet of space that I can try this light, but I do have 60 feet of space because my studio is roughly 60 feet long. So this app should work on this length. Well, this looks decent to me. Yeah, it works. Now, if there's more of you using the app for this light and you're kind of working on the set, there is actually a dedicated button right here on the back that's going to help you reset the Bluetooth and get anybody basically connected, especially if there's a crew coming in and out, somebody has to take over. You press the button for a couple of seconds, fully resets, and somebody else can get connected to it. The last feature that I talked about in the beginning is the actual DMX in and out from the light, which is kind of crazy for me because I've never seen anything like this on such a low power light in this also price category, which I think is great. I feel like more companies should kind of go in that way, because if you want to line up your lights in the same connection on the same board, you do need DMX. And also with this, you can also use TeamLink to connect multiple devices on one board. But since you have metal body and you have a power brick, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, we have a price to pay. And the price that we are paying is that this light weighs 6.4 pounds. I know, it's a lot, because like most lights in this category with power brick weigh between 3 to 4 pounds, depending on which one you're looking at. But now since we have all of this inside, it kind of does make sense that it has to get a little bit more of the weight. Now, when it comes to the whole design of the light, it's very nothing much new that you haven't seen before from any other brand. It's a very famous and known design with the light on the front, handle on the back. You've seen it before, nothing crazy, nothing revolutionary, but it does have fans on all the sides, so I did not see it getting warm by now. I used it a couple of times for a couple of shoots. It was perfectly fine. You can also go into the menu and choose the speed of the light that you're going to be using. So the only caveat to it is that if you choose no fan or low fan, it's going to limit you with the power output, because physically cannot cool it down if you use it with that power, which kind of makes sense. Now, speaking of the power, this light only works on the AC power. There is no power that you can use in a form of a battery that you can plug into it. This works only with a cord. Also, it's not weather sealed, so it's not really made to be used outside. This is more for the indoor studio, for small creators. Now, on the back of the light, there is actually not much going on. It's very simple. There is one screen that's going to show you all the necessary information from the white balance to your power, and there's whole 3 buttons on the back. One is for the mode, one is for the menu, and the third one, as I said, is for resetting the Bluetooth. The scroll button on the back is going to help you to go through the menu, click in and out through it. It feels nice and punchy, so really have no issue. It feels like it's very, very nicely built. The only thing that I kind of don't like is that this backboard is glossy, so you can see all the fingerprints and all the grease on it. Another downside, as I said before, is the weight. With the bigger weight means that you're going to have a bigger stands, and I really do hope so that you use C stands for lights like this and not those flimsy Amazon $15 light stands, because this thing will break it if you go too far. It is heavy, and if something moves it, you can hurt someone. So please, 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 safety first. Put them on a C stand or a combo stand or something like heavier that can hold it if you're positioning it anywhere above people. Now, on the mount on the side, you also have an umbrella hole so you can stick it in there, and they're giving actually a really nice lever here so you can tie up your light so it doesn't move back and forth once you're putting on a C stand. Now, light comes with 11 effects. Like all the other Godox lights that are coming in the last couple of years, these ones have effects as well. I tried a couple of them. They're really actually not bad. There's a couple of really useful ones, and there is actually the fact that you can actually change a lot of things, from power to intensity to the speed of the change, also the white balance. It's going to give you everything, and all those options are going to be also available on your phone. So this light currently, as I'm making this video, costs $230-$40 or something like that. And I was thinking about like who could be the competitor for this light. What is the range of lights? What is in the same category? And I actually only found 2 that would kind of make sense, but it still doesn't, because the problem is that this is supposed to be a little bit more advanced, like kind of second level grade of Godox products. So this is supposed to be something that is not too expensive, that everybody can afford it, but also has some really nice pro features. The issue is that it costs less than $250. Everything else that I found in this category that would be close to this costs more than $300 and doesn't have any of the features. Like the power brick is not on the outside, it's made from plastic instead of metal. So this light is, for what I understood by now, is kind of shooting way over its category for the price that it's paying, because the competitors that I found for this light are actually Nanlite FC300B, which actually has a power brick and it's also made from plastic, and the other one is Amaranth 300C. I know that's like a full LED color light, it's not just bicolor, but it's the only thing that actually made sense for me that it would be in this category, and also that light costs way more than this light does. So my final verdict is this: if you have a studio, apartment, or anywhere that you need to shoot indoor videos and you're not planning to take it outside, this is the best bang for a buck on the market right now. For $250, 300 watt light with a metal case and all the other options is crazy good deal. Now I want to hear your opinion. Do you think there is any other lights for that kind of money that you would prefer to buy than this? Put in the comment, because I really want to have discussion, because I love lights and I love good budget lights. So tell me so we can talk about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.